Hello and welcome to the Deep Dive. Today's podcast, English Listening Practice Podcast, topic name is 35 plus C1 level vocabulary on shapes and colors. Have you ever felt like, your words just don't quite cut it when you're trying to describe something amazing, maybe the precise color of a sunset or, the shape of a building that just grabs you?
Definitely happens.
Yeah. Well, today we're going beyond just adding words. We're aiming to unlock new ways for you to see the world, perceive it with a richer, more, nuanced view, and then talk about it with real clarity. Our mission today is all about pushing your English up a level. We're deliberately moving past those simple, everyday words.
Like red or ig.
Exactly, towards language that's much more nuanced, more expressive, and honestly, just more interesting. This deep dive, it's kind of a shortcut for you, equipping you with specific, powerful tools for richer descriptions. Think about analyzing art, discussing design, telling a story, or even prepping for those advanced English exams like the CAE. It's about getting that descriptive power.
And that's a really great way to put it. What we're looking at today, it isn't just about, memorizing more words. It's fundamentally about enabling you to paint incredibly precise mental pictures for whoever you're talking to. It lets you convey much deeper insights, whether you're writing or speaking. As we go through these terms, I think you'll have some real aha moments.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, realizing just how much impact that kind of specificity can have. It's the difference between saying something generic and something that, truly grabs attention and sticks.
All right, let's dive in then. Let's start unpacking this vivid world of C1 colors. We all know red and green, obviously. But why is it so useful, so impactful to have a whole spectrum of more specific color terms? What's the real advantage?
Well, those common color names, they're functional, sure, for basic stuff. But they often lack the emotional depth or the exact visual detail you need for more advanced communication. When you start using specific hues, you're doing more than just naming a color. You're actively evoking a mood, maybe hinting at cultural things, or pinpointing subtle variations that just, boom, transform a description from okay to captivating.
Like going from a red car to maybe a scarlet sports car or a burgundy sedan.
Exactly. One's just a label. The others paint a much clearer picture, suggest different styles, maybe even different values. That kind of detail, it's invaluable. So let's start our journey with some earthy, rich, warm hues. These are colors that often bring feelings of comfort, maybe luxury, or, the beauty you find in nature. They feel grounded, inviting.
Okay, sounds good. And the first one on our list is amber. It describes a yellowish brown color. You might hear synonyms like golden brown, honey-colored, tawny. But what imagery does amber bring up that plain old yellow-brown just doesn't? There's more to it, right?
Oh, absolutely there is. Amber immediately suggests warmth, yes, but also this unique, almost like internal light, a luminosity that yellow-brown completely misses. It's a word with history, with natural wonder baked in. Think about how we use it for light. The amber glow of the sunset. It's not just color. It's emphasizing that atmospheric warmth, that quality of light that feels almost, liquid, ethereal.
And the connection to the actual amber, the fossilized resin.
Precisely. That adds another layer. It's treasured for beauty, yes, but also for how it preserves things within it. So it kind of holds time and light. In design, you might hear she chose amber beads to complement her autumn wardrobe. That highlights sophisticated color matching, a feeling for harmony.
Right.
And then the scientific side, the fossil trapped in amber. It speaks to its organic origin and those amazing preservative qualities. It's a word that evokes ancient beauty, enduring warmth. It's got depth. Moving on slightly, we get to beige. That pale light brown like sand. Synonyms like neutral tan, buff, ecru come up. Beige is all about creating harmony, isn't it?
Yeah.
Understated elegance.
Yeah, it's often seen as maybe a bit boring, but useful.
It can be seen that way, but its strength is in its subtlety. Think interiors. The beige carpet blended seamlessly. It balances things out, supports the overall look without shouting. In fashion, he preferred beige clothing for its understated style. Again, neutrality, a refined, quiet look. And in nature descriptions, the beige dunes shifted. It perfectly captures those soft, muted yet vast desert tones. It really speaks to quiet confidence, sophisticated restraint.
Okay. Next up, bronze. Deep reddish brown. Coppery, russet, mahogany are similar. Now, how does bronze add that specific texture or quality that plain brown lacks? You mentioned that metallic sheen.
You're spot on. Bronze immediately brings that metallic quality to mind and a sort of autumnal richness that brown just doesn't have. If you say her bronze hair caught the sunlight, you're not just talking color. You're painting an image of warmth, yes, but also radiance, shimmer. How how light plays on it.
Right, the interaction with light.
Exactly. And then, literally, the material. The statue gleamed in bronze. That instantly suggests endurance, classical beauty, maybe craftsmanship. And for seasons, the autumn leaves turned a rich bronze shade. It conveys the depth, that evolving richness, the reflective quality of fall leaves. It's got weight, a certain luster, a very substantial color. Our next shade, burgundy, is a deep red. Think maroon, wine red, claret. This one's almost always linked to luxury, sophistication, bit of gravitas, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It feels very rich.
It does. Picture the burgundy velvet curtains. It's not just the color. It amplifies the opulence, the lushness, the almost theatrical feel of the place. It's a deliberate choice for impact.
Makes sense.
Similarly, in clothing, she selected a burgundy dress for the gala. That suggests deep elegance, a confident, almost regal vibe. In describing wine, the wine poured a deep burgundy. It speaks to richness, depth, maybe quality. It's a color that really signals a certain distinguished refinement.
Okay, following that, we have chestnut. Red one again. Auburn, mahogany, russet are similar. Now, we just did bronze and burgundy, also reddish browns. How is chestnut different? What are its specific connotations?
That's a great point, as they do overlap. While bronze often have that metallic hint, and burgundy leans towards that deep, luxurious, slightly purplish red, chestnut feels much more, well, natural, earthy warm, rooted in the natural world.
Okay.
Think of the horse's chestnut coat. It's a vivid, wholesome description suggesting health, the natural luster, vitality almost. For hair color, she dyed her hair chestnut for a natural look. It points specifically to that organic warmth, something that feels inherent, not artificial.
Right.
And in autumn scenes, chestnut leaves rustled. It evokes a specific, robust, comforting fall color, different from the broader bronze of leaves turning. It has a grounded, wholesome, really inviting feel. Next, let's explore ruby. That's a purplish red. Crimson, garnet red, deep scarlet are close. This hue is tied to intensity, preciousness, like the gem itself.
Like jewels.
Exactly. Consider art descriptions. The ruby lips of the statue. It gives the feature this vivid jewel-like quality, makes it stand out with allure and depth. In fashion, he wore a ruby tie. It suggests sophistication, but also something strikingly bold, echoing the value of the gem. And even drinks. The cocktail shimmered with ruby hues from the berries. It elevates it beyond just red, gives it a luxurious, sparkling quality.
That's a really nice distinction for ruby. So if ruby is precious, dramatic, a bit regal, what does scarlet communicate? It's defined as bright red, vivid red, vermilion, fiery red. Is it refined like ruby or something else?
Ah, that's a key difference. Scarlet is quite different. Ruby has that deep purplish undertone, that refined jewel-like feel. Scarlet's all about pure vibrancy, unadulterated intensity, boldness.
So more in your face?
Kind of, yeah. It feels raw, bright, attention-grabbing, maybe even a bit assertive. The scarlet banner waved proudly. It's a powerful, unmissable symbol, demands attention, personal choices. Her scarlet lipstick added bold confidence. It's making a strong statement, a declaration. And in nature, scarlet poppies bloomed. It paints a picture of vivid, eye-catching, almost startling beauty. It grabs you with its pure, bright intensity. It lacks the complex undertones of ruby. It's just impact. Okay, now let's shift gears. Let's move to the cool tones. We're talking greens, blues, and those interesting blends. These often evoke calmness, nature, maybe something refreshing. They tend to soothe. First up are the cool tones. Emerald. Bright green. Think verdant, jade-like, lush green. Emerald is deeply connected with freshness, vitality, and often a kind of opulent luxury.
Like the gemstone again.
Exactly. When you hear the emerald fields stretched endlessly, it conjures this breathtaking rural scene, vibrant life, expansive beauty, maybe purity, and the gem parallel. Her emerald ring sparkle describes that precious, captivating allure, that deep, intense green. Even in art, the artist mixed paints to capture the emerald tones of the forest. It speaks to trying to replicate that deep, lively, multifaceted green you find in nature. It feels truly alive.
Next, we have hazel. Greenish brown, sometimes called greenish amber, tawny green, or variegated brown. This one's fascinating. Why do you think hazel is such a captivating word, especially for eyes? It seems special.
That's a brilliant question. I think it's because hazel is inherently blended. It's dynamic, variable. It's not just one flat color like pure blue or brown. It suggests this shifting mix of green, brown, sometimes gold flecks.
So it changes.
Exactly. Often depending on the light. That variability makes hazel eyes seem so expressive, alive. His hazel eyes change shade in different lights that captures the dynamism, the depth. It feels more organic, less predictable.
That makes sense.
Beyond eyes, you see it in fashion. The hazel scarf matched the fall foliage, connecting to those changing autumn hues. And nature, hazelnuts ripened, brings those soft, earthy tones to mind. It's the blend, the organic variability that's so engaging. Staying with cool and earthy, we have olive, grayish green, synonyms like drab green, military green, sage pop up. This color often has muted, earthy, and sometimes really symbolic meanings.
Like olive branches for peace.
Precisely. The olive branches symbolize peace in the painting. That's a powerful ancient symbol. Attire-wise, she wore an olive dress to the garden party. Suggests sophistication, being grounded, blending with nature maybe.
Right.
And military design. Olive tones dominated the camouflage pattern. That highlights its strategic use for blending in. It speaks of utility, quiet strength, historical weight.
Moving towards blue now. Sea green, a bluish green, aqua green, ocean hue, teal green. This seems straightforward, but how does sea green specifically evoke that sense of calm it so often does? What's its secret?
I think the secret is its direct, undeniable link to the imagery of the ocean, calm waters. That blend of blue and green itself creates this soothing, natural palette. Our minds instantly connect to peaceful water.
So it's the association.
Absolutely. The sea green tiles evoked underwater serenity that's translating that aquatic peace into a space. Color psychology. Painted the room sea green for calmness, a conscious choice for tranquility. And visually, sea green waves crashed, brings that rhythmic ebb and flow, that sense of space and peace. It's that visceral connection to calm, expansive nature that gives it its power. Next, sky blue. Light blue, like a clear sky. Azure, cerulean, pale blue are close. Sky blue is all about peacefulness, openness, serenity.
Makes you think of clear days.
Exactly. Nature scenes. The sky blue flowers dotted the meadow suggest light, airy, gentle beauty. Professional settings. He wore a sky blue shirt. Often conveys calm, confidence, approachability, and room design. Sky blue walls brighten the nursery. It's aiming for uplifting, expansive, peaceful, mimicking that clear day feeling. It speaks of clarity, tranquility.
And our last cool tone here is turquoise. Greenish blue, aquamarine, cyan, teal, another really popular, appealing shade. But how is it different from sea green? What makes turquoise so special, so captivating?
Good question. Turquoise stands out from sea green, mainly in its vibrancy, its often more opaque quality, and its really rich cultural connections.
Could have been brighter, maybe.
Often, yeah. Sea green tends towards softer, deeper ocean tones. Turquoise feels brighter, more intense, sometimes more solid, like the gemstone or shallow, sunlit tropical water. It strongly evokes tropical serenity, the turquoise waters of the lagoon. That paints a picture of exotic beauty, warmth, vibrant clarity.
Ah, okay.
Interior design, painted the walls turquoise. Brings a vivid yet soothing feel, and crucially, its cultural weight, especially in places like the American Southwest. The necklace featured turquoise stones, connects it to indigenous art, protection, a very distinct aesthetic. It carries more cultural baggage and a bolder presence than sea green. Okay, let's move to the neutrals, blacks and whites. These are like the foundation, aren't they? Providing structure, contrast, sometimes subtle elegance. They anchor everything visually. Starting with creamy, that color between yellow and white, ivory, off-white, pale yellow are synonyms. Creamy suggests softness, warmth, and often has those nice culinary links.
Like cream itself.
Exactly, coastal imagery. The creamy sands invited barefoot walks. Suggests soft texture, gentle warmth, home decor. She chose creamy linens, emphasizes comfort, coziness, a soothing look, serene luxury, and baking. The creamy frosting topped the cake elegantly, connects to richness, smooth texture, visual appeal. It's almost tactile as much as visual, comfort and indulgence.
Ebony is next. Dark black, jet black, inky, sable. Ebony just feels richer than plain black, doesn't it? What gives it that powerful, almost luxurious feel?
It absolutely does. You've nailed it. Ebony conveys depth, elegance, a striking contrast that black doesn't always manage. It carries the weight of that precious, dense wood, valued for strength, smoothness, deep luster.
Right, the wood connection.
Yeah. The ebony piano keys, contrasted with ivory ones, you're not just seeing color, you're seeing classic, sophisticated design, timeless elegance, maybe even hearing the rich sound. Personal features. Her ebony hair framed her face strikingly. Suggests lustrous, deep black, dramatic, almost sculptural furniture. The ebony table gleamed. Speaks to polished, refined darkness, high-quality, enduring presence. It's the richness, density, solidness of the namesake material that makes it so evocative. Following ebony, we have coal black, very dark black, pitch black, sooty raven. Now, if ebony's refined, lustrous, coal black often feels more intense, maybe aurora darkness, sometimes dramatic, even foreboding, like coal itself.
More elemental.
Exactly. If ebony is polished, coal black is earthy, The coal black clouds foretold a storm. That creates immediate ominousness, impending drama, a tangible heaviness. Features: her coal black hair shone, emphasizes striking, intense, absolute darkness, maybe rugged beauty.
Right.
Night descriptions. The coal black night hid the stars. Vividly conveys absolute lack of light, impenetrable darkness, vast and secretive, primal darkness. Then khaki, dull yellowish brown, drab tan, olive drab, sandy brown. Khaki is all about practicality, neutrality, utility.
Like safari clothes.
Perfect example. The khaki uniform suited the safari adventure. Instantly brings functional rugged wear to mind, designed to blend in. Interiors. He painted the walls khaki for a neutral backdrop. Subdued, versatile, lets other things stand out. Everyday fashion. Khaki pants are a staple. Highlights comfort, versatility, understated practical style. Speaks of readiness, resilience. Finally, in this group, snow white. Pure white, like fresh snow. Pristine white, alabaster, lily white or close. Snow white is deeply linked with purity, brightness, majesty, grandeur.
Very clean, pure feeling.
Totally. Majestic mountains. The snow white peaks glistened, conveys untouched grandeur, immense scale, serene beauty, traditions. She wore a snow white gown. Powerfully symbolizes purity, innocence, new beginnings.
Right.
And skies. Snow white clouds floated. Paints a picture of peaceful, airy beauty, calm, clarity, freedom. The epitome of pristine brilliance.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. We've mastered this rich palette of colors, learned to paint with nuance. But once we can describe the color, how do we get that same precision and impact describing the physical forms, the structures around us? It feels like opening up a whole new dimension.
You've put that perfectly. Moving beyond just basic shapes, round, square gives you so much descriptive power. It means clearer communication in technical fields, more imaginative descriptions in writing, and a deeper appreciation for design and nature.
Instead of just a curve, you can say more.
Exactly. You gain the ability to pinpoint the specific geometry, the organic flow, the precise architectural form. It's a huge linguistic advantage. Let's start with some fundamental geometric and architectural forms. These are like the building blocks for how we understand both man-made objects and natural shapes. First, arch. Anything with a curved top and usually parallel sides. Curve, bow, vault are synonyms. The arch is huge architectural structure, grace, and it appears in nature too.
Like a stone archway.
Exactly. The weathered stone arch framed the garden entrance. Classic, elegant, enduring. Or describing faces. Her eyebrows formed a natural arch. Precise, graceful visual. In engineering, the bridge's magnificent arch spanned the river. Speaks to strength, stability, beauty, function. It suggests support and that pleasing upward curve. Next, circular. Simply shaped like a circle. Round, orbicular, disc-like. This shape suggests simplicity, completeness, and has tons of practical uses.
Like a round table.
Yeah. The circular table encouraged conversation, highlights its social function, no head of the table, as an artistic motif. Circular patterns decorated the plate, suggests harmony, continuity, completeness, describing paths. The path formed a perfect circular loop, conveys a return, a journey completed, or enclosure. Then there's cone, geometry. 3D shape, circular base rising to a single point, conical, tapered pyramid, funnel. Surprisingly common in everyday objects in nature.
Ice cream cone.
The classic example. Gelato sat atop a waffle cone. Familiar, functional, delightful, safety. Traffic cones directed the flow. The shape instantly signals guidance, warning, natural formations. The volcano's perfect cone loomed high, powerfully describes that majestic, tapering, often imposing shape. Speaks of focus, ascent. Similarly, cylinder, 3D shape, two identical circular bases, straight parallel sides. Tube, barrel, roller. Really common in engineering and nature.
Like columns.
Exactly. Ancient Greek columns were cylindrical. Instantly brings classical design, strength, elegance to mind. Baking instructions. Roll the dough into a cylinder. Clear, actionable direction for a uniform shape.
Right.
Mechanical parts. Engines use cylindrical pistons. Speaks to efficiency, precision, the shape's fundamental importance in engineering.
Our next term is right angle. Exactly 90 degrees, perpendicular angle, square corner, L shape. This seems so basic, Geometry 101. But why is right angle such a fundamental, far-reaching term? It seems to underpin so much.
You're right, it is fundamental.
Yeah.
Because it's the bedrock of stability, precision, order in so many fields. Without it, much of our built world just wouldn't stand properly.
Wow, okay.
Construction. The carpenter ensured right angles. That's about structural integrity, accuracy, longevity, math. Right angles form the grid of graph paper. Foundational for geometry, mapping, measurement, navigation, turn at the right angle street. Clear, unambiguous directions. Its importance is its role as a universal standard for squareness, perpendicularity, crucial for stable functional environments,
Yeah.
shapes our subconscious sense of order.
Interesting thought about other cultures maybe not using it as much.
Right, it shows different relationships with space. But for much of modern construction, it's key. And then linear, involving lines shaped like a straight line. Straight, lineal, rectilinear.
Yeah.
Linear suggests simplicity, direction, order.
Like a linear plot in a story.
Exactly. The author preferred a linear plot. Describes a straightforward chronological storyline, easy to follow. Construction. Linear measurements guided the build. Refers to precise, straight-line dimensions for accuracy, alignment. Design aesthetics. Linear design simplifies spaces. Emphasizes clean lines for order, minimalism, visual calm. Okay, now let's shift to more dynamic organic forms. Shapes suggesting movement, natural growth, fluidity. Less rigid, more alive. Curl. Resembles a spiral or coil. Twist, loop, whorl. Strongly associated with fluidity, natural movement, often softness.
Like smoke curling up.
Perfect. The curl of smoke rose lazily, brings that gentle, twisting upward motion to mind, feels alive, styling. Hair fell in soft curls. Evokes natural, flowing texture, grace, athletics. The gymnast executed a curl maneuver. Describes a controlled, coiling action, agility, precision. Suggests softness, natural progression, controlled elegance. Finally, spiral. Geometrically, a curved shape winding around a center or axis. Helix, coil, vortex. Fascinating, because it's everywhere. Nature, architecture evoking growth, motion.
Like spiral staircases.
Exactly. The elegant spiral staircase led upstairs. Implies a fluid, artistic ascent. Draws the eye up. Astronomy. Galaxies form spiral arms. Speaks to immense, swirling cosmic structures, ongoing processes.
Wow.
Athletics. The dancer twisted in a spiral. Describes dynamic, rotational motion. Complex yet fluid. Embodies complexity and unbroken continuity, evolution.
So what does this all mean when we put it together? We've gone beyond just naming colors and shapes. How do we talk about the qualities, the attributes of these things with more depth, more impact? Feels like moving from description to analysis.
Precisely. These adjectives we're about to hit are more than just modifiers. They connect to broader perception, analysis, our ability to convey a complete picture. These words help us evaluate, categorize, really understand the nature of what we see. They move us past just looking towards a more profound, engaged interaction with the visual world. Let's start with terms related to perception and aesthetics, how we interpret what we see and how it makes us feel. First, subtle. Difficult to notice, slight, delicate, nuanced, understated, faint, nuanced are synonyms. Subtle is key for conveying delicacy, implicit meaning, sophisticated restraint.
Like subtle shading in art.
Perfect example. The artist's subtle shading added depth, highlights skill in creating complexity without being obvious, describing color variations. A subtle hint of blue tinted the fabric. Speaks to a delicate variation that adds character, design elements. Subtle patterns decorated the wallpaper. Offers visual interest without overwhelming. Suggests refinement. Then transparent. Able to be seen through. Clear, translucent, see-through. Linked to clarity, visibility, often ethereal qualities.
Like clear glass.
Right. The transparent glass revealed the contents. Direct, unobstructed vision. Fashion. Transparent fabrics created ethereal dresses. Evokes lightness, delicacy, dreamlike quality, almost otherworldly. Nature. The lake's transparent water showed the fish. Describes pristine clarity, complete observation. Now, the opposite of subtle, almost vibrant. For colors, meaning bright and strong, full of life, vivid, intense, bold. Vibrant is about energy, impact, expressiveness.
Like a vibrant mural.
Exactly. The vibrant mural transformed the wall, indicates a dramatic, lively, uplifting change. Nature. Vibrant flowers bloomed. A scene brimming with life, rich color, energy, creative choices. She chose vibrant paints. Signifies intent to create something lively, attention-grabbing, spirited, radiates energy. On the flip side, dull. For colors, and not bright or vibrant, lacking intensity. Muted, drab, faded. Dull contrasts with vibrant, and it's great for conveying mood, restraint, lack of intensity.
Like dull gray sky.
Yes. The dull gray sky matched her mood. Sets a somber, introspective tone. Decor. Dull fabric suited the minimalist design. Speaks to a choice for understated, calming aesthetic. Quiet contemplation, artistic mood. The painting's dull tones evoke nostalgia. Shows how lack of brightness can convey deep emotion, connection to the past, poignancy, contrast. Differences in color, brightness, darkness used for effect. Juxtaposition, disparity, opposition. Contrast is crucial for impact, emphasis, visibility.
Like in black and white photos.
Definitely. The high contrast photo emphasized shadows, highlights the dramatic play of light and dark.
Gray.
Graphic design. Bold contrast made the design pop.
Yeah.
Ensures key elements stand out, grab attention,
Okay.
and accessibility. Color contrast aided visibility underscores its practical importance for making information clear for everyone. Last in this bit, invisible. Cannot be seen with the naked eye. Unseen, hidden, imperceptible. Connects to hidden things, science, metaphorical influences.
Like invisible ink.
The classic spy trope. Invisible ink revealed secrets. Evokes intrigue, hidden messages, science. Bacteria are invisible without microscopes. Highlights limits of human perception, need for tools. Metaphorically, invisible forces shape destinies. Suggests underlying influences. Profound, but not obvious.
Oh.
Okay, let's switch to terms describing physical attributes. These give concrete understanding, size, state, position. First, dimension. Measure of height, length, width, size, measurement, extent. Critical practical importance, but also metaphorical uses for depth.
Like checking dimensions before buying furniture.
Essential practical advice. Ensures fit, function, artistic scale. The sculpture's immense dimensions impressed viewers. Conveys size, presence, immersive quality, metaphorically. Add a new dimension to the design. Suggests a fresh perspective, complexity, deeper understanding. Then fragile, easily damaged or broken. Delicate, brittle, frail. Associated with vulnerability, need for careful handling literally and figuratively.
Like a fragile vase.
Exactly. Handle the fragile vase carefully. Direct warning about susceptibility to damage, environment. Fragile ecosystems need protection. Highlights the delicate balance of nature.
Right.
Metaphorically, the fragile truce held briefly. Describes precarious peace, easily shattered. Evokes tenderness, caution, vulnerability. Immense, extremely large or vast, huge, enormous, colossal. Conveys overwhelming scale, impact.
Like the Statue of Liberty.
Perfect example. The immense statue dominated the square. Paints a picture of sheer size, commanding presence, physical force, immense pressure built underwater. Communicates powerful, maybe dangerous magnitude, figuratively. Her immense talent shone through. Speaks to remarkable, boundless capability far beyond ordinary. Following that, intact, undamaged, complete, original state, whole, unbroken, preserved, vital for preservation, freshness, resilience.
Like finding an intact artifact.
Yes, the artifact remained intact after centuries. Speaks to endurance, successful preservation. Product advice. Keep the seal intact. Ensures quality, authenticity, safety, emotional resilience. Relationships stayed intact through trials. Describes enduring connections that withstand adversity. Denotes wholeness, pristine condition, resilience. Minute, pronounced minute, very small. Tiny, minuscule, diminutive. Connected to precision, meticulousness, detailed observation.
Like minute details on a model.
Exactly. Minute details perfected the model. Highlights fine, intricate work, patience, analysis. Detect minute changes in data. Emphasizes need for close scrutiny, eye for subtle shifts.
Right.
Small valuables. The minute gem sparkled brightly. Draws attention to small size, but acknowledges brilliance. Reminds us big things come in small packages. Our final term here is rear, situated at or near the back. Back, posterior, hind. Useful for clear spatial orientation.
Like the rear window of a house.
Exactly. The rear window overlooked the garden. Defines a specific part, unique outlook, directions, park in the rear lot, unambiguous specific location, vehicle features. Rear seats offer more space, differentiates parts by position, highlights practical advantage, simple word, essential clarity.
Okay, wow. We've covered an incredible range today, haven't we? From like fiery scarlet to the solid right angle. So after all this, what does it really mean for you listening right now in your everyday language, your work, your learning?
What's truly amazing here, I think, is how these words don't just, add to a list in your head. They genuinely unlock a whole new way of seeing and talking about things. Fundamentally changes perception and expression. If you connect it to the bigger picture, mastering these lets you paint much more vivid, precise pictures. Whether you're critiquing art, talking complex design briefs, or just appreciating the world around you and sharing that.
So it moves you beyond just functional language.
Absolutely. It moves you to rich, evocative communication. Practically, think about it, articulating detailed art critiques using amber glow or dull tones, engaging in design talks using linear forms or fragile materials, enhancing storytelling with richer imagery, drawing people in. And yeah, for advanced English exams, these are exactly the tools needed to show C1 proficiency, nuance, precision.
So the benefit is moving from basic understanding to something deeper.
To a deeply nuanced comprehension and a much more articulate expression. It's about getting the right tools so you don't feel overwhelmed by information. You have the specific words to process, analyze, and describe it with clarity and confidence. That aha moment, really, is realizing one well-chosen C1 word can say so much more texture, mood, exactness than a long, vague explanation ever could. Makes communication clearer, more effective, more engaging, more impactful.
Absolutely. So ultimately, this whole deep dive is about making your communication richer, definitely more impactful, and letting you truly see and describe the world with a heightened clarity, a sensitivity maybe you didn't realize you could achieve. It's a powerful upgrade for your English. Hashtag tag tag trip outro. Well, we've truly shaped up our vocabulary today, eh? Uncovered some brilliant, expressive ways to color our language and describe forms with real precision and power.
Indeed. And that leads to the important question for you, our listener. How are you going to start weaving these vivid, precise terms into your next conversation, your next piece of writing, or even just your next quiet moment looking at the world? It's in using them, that conscious application, where the real lasting value comes through.
Keep experimenting, keep exploring, keep challenging yourself. The world's full of amazing amber sunsets, incredible spiral galaxies, millions of subtle details, all waiting for your elevated descriptions. Don't let your language just be functional when it can be truly transformative. Until next time, keep diving deep.
And hey, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It really helps us keep bringing you these deep dives. Thanks for listening.